Boom, 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 boom. And we live. Back at the round table with the beautiful Okra Sinfree, the non-stoppable Bam's action speaking louder than anybody words. Thank you,
Oh,
ladies, for joining me.
thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me as well. Hey, everybody.
Hey, actually, let me do this because you know I get up on here and I start doing weird stuff. Okay, so today's round table, it's happening today. I want to start off by saying, hello, Life Observer. How are you, dear? Hey, MC. I want to start off by saying I received an email, well, a couple of emails, very nice, gentle in tone, nothing nasty, regarding my very first round table meeting. And the question was, why would I have Bam at the round table and did not address what was going on currently in that moment? Now, I didn't email that subscriber back, but I would like to say openly that when this all went down in the beginning, I did reach out to Bambi Marie. I wanted to make sure that she was good. You know, it was a lot going on, whether some feel like she put herself in that position or not. It was just a lot going on around her. So I did reach out to her and asked her if she was okay. I asked her if she wanted to come up on the round table and explain what happened. She agreed to that, and we were all good. I wasn't available that day. Long story short, I was doing some things. So within the time that I was going to be ready, she had already went on to express herself and let the people know what happened. So I didn't feel a need to bring her back to the round table and have her rehash what she had previously said within two other live streams and then her own personal upload. So that's the reason why I did not bring her directly up to the round table and speak about the most recent thing. So I am going to mute up and I am going to allow Oprah Sinfree and Bam to have a discussion. Bam, you're free to speak and say tell Oprah what happened. And I say tell Oprah because she doesn't know. She has no idea anything about you. She really hasn't been on this side and everything. So tell her why you're literally YouTube's most hated.
Thank you, Miss me this opportunity to actually speak on this with no judgments, whatever. Okay, so um there was a situation where the police kept getting called to my house. People were saying stuff. I beat on my dad. I steal his vehicle. I mistreat him and everything like that. So me and just in like the spur of the moment, I came out and I told people on YouTube that my dad died because at the time I thought, okay, if I do this, then they'll stop calling the police, they'll stop harassing. That's what I was thinking. So I'm thinking that okay, yeah, I know it's a lie, but maybe I can protect him in some type of way from away from the YouTube BS, whatever. Well, unfortunately, it didn't work that way. And I do just want to say this, like everybody on YouTube knows that I don't know my biological father. So I actually, if I wasn't a stand-up woman and if I wasn't a woman that had a heart and a conscience and really did care about other people, I could have kept the shit going. I could have came and said, "Oh, I'm not talking about my dad that I live with. I'm talking about my biological dad." And I could have still kept it going, but I knew it was a lie. So I hurt. I ended up hurting a lot of people that I've truly from
Excuse
my
me,
heart
Bam.
since
Excuse me. Somebody get all y'all lying stop up out of my motherfucking chat and block that motherfucker. You can come in here and say something respectfully. Don't bring your bitch ass up in my shit being disrespectful because I've never disrespected anybody, including your bitch ass. Now, when this is over, all y'all stop lying. If you want to hit the motherfucking link, bitch, you can do that. And I'm disrespecting you because I feel like you came in my shit and disrespected me. Get her up out of here.
Okay, you got him. Thank you.
Go ahead, Bam.
Oh, let me say this. Hey, MC, I heard you say MC was here. Hey, Sister Cool. Okay, so yes, I know that I hurt a lot of people that allegedly, I'm gonna say it like that, no disrespect, that allegedly called themselves, really caring, whatever. I know a lot. I hurt a lot of people, period. And for that, from my heart, I truly apologize. My intentions was not to hurt everybody like that. I thought I was doing the right thing to protect my family, which it was wrong, and I know that. And is they so everybody went to talking about donations. I did it for money. I did it for money. And no, that's not why I did it. Because the money that was sent to me for that situation was sent back to the 4 people that sent money to me. That money was never spent or anything. I had every intention on going to the people and telling them, that it wasn't true, that the reasons why I did it and everything like that. I just didn't have that chance to be able to do that
Let me ask you a
before.
question, Bam. Let me
Go
ask you
ahead.
a question. Do you think it would have got as deep? I mean, it's already a deep situation once you put that in the atmosphere. I think we can all agree on that. But when the money comes into play, I personally, and you know what, I haven't spoken to anybody, regarding you in this situation directly, but me just sitting here thinking, do you think the fact that not only that you said that about your daddy, not nobody else's daddy, your dad, your family, you said that, but when the money comes in, do you think that that really added salt to the wound when you accepted the money? I know you said, I've heard you say you haven't asked for anything. Being that it was even accepted, do you think that that's really what kind of pushed the people overboard? Because once again, it's your name wrapped around money.
I'm gonna say yes and no, because in the very beginning, when someone called me, and I'm not saying names, someone called me and they were like, well, I'm gonna put your PayPal, and I was like, no, I don't want anything, whatever the case may be. So then I did end up saying that they could, drop my cash app or whatever. I never had any, even though I accepted the money, I never had any
What was
intentions
your
on
Okay, let's
using.
stop. Wait. Let's stop right there.
Don't buzz me, lady.
Okay. You were the only one that knew, in that instant that it wasn't true, right? So when
Right.
the monies was sent to you, there's a button where you can send it back. What made you hold on to? What made you even accept those funds? Why didn't you just decline it if you knew and felt the way that you felt at that time?
Because at that time I didn't feel that way, and at that time I was just trying to the keep the whole my dad's dead, like it was the truth. But it wasn't for the money, because at the end of the day, I didn't. It's like, I'm trying to, I don't want to word it the wrong way and sound like a bitch. Um,
Take your
but
time.
I accepted the money because I wanted it I wanted to make it seem like it was real, like it really did happen. So until I was able to go and tell them same people, look, this is why I did what I did. Here's your money, whatever. So that basically it was accepted because I had to make the shit seem like it was real.
Here's the thing. And the more I think about it, this just kind of dawned in my head. Now I can, in one sense, it sounds like you're almost saying that it was spare of the moment, and the only thing that you can think of in that moment was to say what you said. But The day before you said what you said, I remember you being in the chat saying that he was sick, that your dad was sick or whatever. Was that just like a primer? You know how you prime
No,
your car before you get ready to paint
no,
it?
he was sick.
Because wait,
He,
wait,
my,
wait. I want to finish, honey. Just 1 second. Because that takes a lot of thought to drop something in the chat the night before and then pick up on it deeper, as in, he's no longer sick, he's well now. Oh, they told me he was well, now he's dead. That took a lot. Explain that.
no, it because the night before, that next day, that was the fifth time the police had been called to my house. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna say he's dead. And that's pretty much what I did. I mean, I'm not laughing or nothing like that. I'm just saying I said he was dead. I wanted people to stop calling the police to my fucking house. And no, it wasn't a crime. He was sick and he was fine. And then I was just like, well, fuck it. When the police came to my house the last time, oh, well, no, not the last time because they've been here like 4 other times since then. But that last time, I was just, fuck it. He died. That's what I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to say he's dead.
What was a conversation that you had with your dad? Because obviously he had to find out what you told him. Because you said the police came to your home, I guess, and did a welfare check or whatever, and he was there, or however it went. How did you explain that to him? What did you say, and what was his response to you?
Well, he had knew that there had been a lot of bullshit going on with people from YouTube because, like I said, that wasn't the first time the police came and he was here. So he knew that. I mean, he didn't know that I told everybody he died until I went and told him, and I was like, "Look, Dad, I told people on YouTube you was dead, so they would stop trying to contact your job. They would stop sending the police." And he was like, "Well, he understood that at that time I thought I was doing what was right for him. Was he okay with? No, he wasn't. Was he upset? Yeah, he was, because not only was he upset from the police being here a million times, but he was also upset at the fact that I had to make up some shit like that just to try to get people to leave us alone.
I'll say this. Now, I have had one of my kids, or told them this, it was for them to get out of work. I did tell them, go just whatever, say whatever, So I have given permission for my kids to lie and say they had to take me to the doctor or stuff like that. I don't know how I would respond if they told someone that I was dead. I couldn't imagine a reason why they would have to be in that situation. And as a parent, I have to be honest, I will hope that those words would never utter their lips. Has your relationship been the same or changed with your father since you telling him that?
No, my dad have a great.
Okay. Okra, go ahead. I'll mute up.
This is my question because I it's like I learned about targeted individuals and gang stalking just within the past like 2 or 3 years. And thanks to YouTube and other platforms, a lot of you. So thank you for any of you that have, raised awareness about it. It just seems like you, even though I was going to say, even though you initiated something, but even though you didn't, you initiated the fundraiser, so to speak, and the I guess I don't know what it's called, the whole narrative surrounding the loss of your father. On the outside looking in and not talking to anybody else other than you and Miss Indy, it seems like I don't know. I just feel like I got beef with you. I'm gonna beef with you. I'm not coming across the state line to come to your daddy house. I'm gonna come and see you. I want to come see you, not your motherfucking. Excuse me, not your lovely father. I'm gonna mute up.
Well, that was at the time. That's where alleged where Bam was staying. And you know what? I didn't. I'm not trying to get all deep into this, but Bam has been her name. I'm not saying she's been guilty of all of it, but Bam name has been, as she says, ringing bells for a very long time. And she has also she's found herself in certain situations. Sometimes she explained herself, sometimes she didn't. This particular situation, though, I really felt, you know, and shout out Miss Terry. That's one of the people that I've never spoken to, but had always expressed love to Bam. And my understanding was that it was money accepted from her too. No one knew
No,
that this was not true except for Bam. So again, I have to go back around. Why even the people who, even if you don't believe them, but has not shown you otherwise, people there for you, why did you accept their money?
there was not money accepted from Miss Terry. And I want to say this while we're out, Miss Terry, if you're listening, if you're here, if you catch this replay, to you, out of all people, um, I am genuinely sorry for hurting you, for lying to you,
It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby.
Let her say what she needs to say.
because out of all people, you've always been there. And no matter what, and I know that that hurt you and it changed our relationship forever. And that's nobody's fault but mine. But I'm genuinely apologizing to you for hurting you, for lying to you, and I'm sorry.
So let me ask you this. How have you been coping now? What have you been doing to try to right the wrong? Starting with your father. How are you right? I mean, is it even possible? Are you doing different things? Are you cooking a breakfast every day? Or does it matter? Is it just,
Like I did that anyway. Like I like with me and my dad, like my I take care of my dad. Like he doesn't want for anything. If he's hungry, he I cook. If whatever. Like that's just something that'll never change, regardless of any situation that I'm in, he's in, whatever. Um,
have you ever considered leaving YouTube? Not suggesting that you should. I'm just asking a question.
no,
Okay.
because I feel why I say no is because I feel like that's what a lot of people want. A lot
There
of people
also,
want.
but in the same token, there also are a lot of people who want to see you do good, see you do better, see you succeed. What about those people? It sounds like you're concerned with the people that want you to leave, but don't forget about the people that actually do root for you. Even if it's not all out up and down in the chats, there are people that believe in chances. What do you say to those people? How do you explain to them the chances, I'm sorry, the changes that you're making? What actions are you showing?
I mean, as of now, I haven't showed any. I've just stayed in my lane, and I, I mean, I have to. It's something that I have to work on with myself. This is something that's not gonna happen overnight. I'm not just gonna be able to fix it. I mean, I lied. I fucked up, and
Right.
I mean, the first thing that I did to try to show was I admitted, I was wrong. I admitted that, and I publicly apologized the same way I publicly came out and said what I said. It's not something that I can just, okay, I did it, fuck it, now let's all be cool again. No, it's never going to be that, because a lot of the people that really did fuck with me and really did care about me are the ones that I hurt the most, and our relationships will never be the same. And that's my fault, and I accept that.
Right.
I
That's
can't do nothing.
Go ahead.
and I can't do nothing but like try to improve and do and just do better than what I've done, and I mean, like I said, it really it's I didn't intentionally do it to hurt the people that I care about on here, or the people that care about me. I thought I was doing something that would protect my family, and I mean, yeah, I went about it the wrong way, and there's no other way for me to, I can't sugarcoat it. I can't fucking sit
But can I
here.
ask a question? What does everybody think would have been a better solution? I mean, Miss Indy, if and I know you and Bam are two different people. We discussed this during the pre-show, but what would you have done? Let's just say you felt like any member of your family was in danger. How would you have handled it in comparison to the way that Bam did?
In this instance, we're speaking on YouTube. So, if that were to happen, number one, I would be shocked because I don't disrespect people. I've never, and I'm not suggesting that that's what all that she has done. I'm talking about me. Typically, when someone comes for you or your family, you know, it's for a reason. I'm not saying it's a legit reason. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what happens. So, I wouldn't put myself in that position. Now, if we're talking real life, and my father was in danger, I have two Fed workers, and I'll just leave it there. I wouldn't deal with the police. I'll let them go deal with the police. But I would absolutely keep my father protected.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
through
How
not through words. It would be action. It would be paperwork. It would be shit filed. That's what I mean.
Okay, so what would you recommend to anyone whose father was being threatened?
Are you speaking in the world or on social media?
Well, I mean, I had an in-depth conversation with Bam, and I'm sure you have too, regarding what took place
If
after
we're
the threat.
speaking social, okay, well, basically you're asking me what I would do if I were Bam then. What I
Because
would do,
it carried over into the real streets.
Wait, that's
I,
my point. See,
and
that's
listen,
what.
right. And when you
Go ahead.
see that, I would feel that I have control over that. Not seen, not fucking heard. I would take my ass to another if I just needed to be on YouTube or just enjoyed it, not a necessary need. I would go to somewhere else. I would not be around people that threaten because I can't fight back and forth over the internet. It should be I just I don't I know. So if I were in her shoes at that time, I personally would have backed away from everything. I wouldn't have watched any videos. I wouldn't been speaking on any goddamn body. I wouldn't be jumping in chats, co-signing another channel holder because they just happen to be dragging somebody I don't give a fuck about. I wouldn't be doing none of those things, but that's me.
But I
What
didn't
would you do?
do
What
none
would
of
you
those.
do, Russ? Okra?
Indy,
What
were
would you
you
do?
asking me? I
Yes, ma'am.
mean, it depends on who my opponent was. I'm a chess player and I don't like to lose. You know what I'm saying? And so as a master chess
So you
player,
with
I
the
would
shit.
I would sit back and analyze my opponent first,
So you
probably.
so you with the shits. See, it just I don't know.
No, I mean I ran for public office, and even before that, I threw these hands. Like I don't have no problems out of people in like I do what you suggested. I get from around people. Okay, I'll isolate myself to avoid a problem. Now, you know what I mean? Because I'm tired of fighting. But when you're in in
Okay,
in public office and you're fighting for your community, it is what it is. You got to take them gloves off. But I ain't fighting over no dumb shit. I'm a fight over some community type stuff. You know, that's just me though, but I'm not judging nobody because I done had my fair share of fights. I just choose to fight for freedom, justice, and equality right now. Now
Well,
I'm gonna
that is,
mute up.
yeah, and that's a absolute fight that needs to be fought. But that's not that's not the issue here. That's a whole nother life, and I'm with you, and I'll
Yeah,
fight
but what I'm saying
for
is
all of that.
because I'm in politics, you make yourself a target. You know what I'm saying? People, I got targeted by people online that didn't even know that I existed because I got into politics. So it really, in every industry is political. We're not just gonna talk about political science. Every industry is political. Medicine is political, the music industry, fashion, the hair industry, everything is political. So
Talking
I hate
about
it when
what
people say I
you
don't get into politics because everything is political and
this is
anybody can become a target.
what would you do if this happened to your daddy?
I
That's
just
what
said it.
you didn't
Listen,
say nothing.
see,
You said
what I'm
politics.
saying is, if a loved one of mine, I'm gonna do what I'm doing right now. I'm standing at this motherfucking window with my motherfucking pistol loaded, and I dare a motherfucker to come up here and try to fuck with this one. That's what I'm gonna do. And if I ain't
I
have
watch.
no money,
I watch.
then I'm
Wait
a,
a
and
minute.
if
Wait
I
a
ain't
minute.
have no money, I might return to YouTube and say I ain't gonna come on here and say that my son dead, and I ain't gonna do that. But that's me. I'm not judging. Bam. I'm up here
Right.
advocating for her. You know what I mean? I don't know what I might do if y'all saw what I did. I thought my son was in danger. I came to fuck on the internet and I dared a motherfucker to fuck with him. That's what I would do. But I'm me. Bam has her own fingerprint. And I'm not gonna sit back and let nobody dog her because these same mofos done did some shit themselves. Now I'm gonna mute up.
I think I spoke on that on a round table or two, and I spoke on it more than once. I do agree with the end of your statement as far as, I've done shit, and it doesn't even have to be on YouTube. I've done things, and I've been trying, and Oprah, you and I both had this conversation, try not to be so judgmental. Now, I have to agree, it's easier for me to have this stance when it's not about me. If she said whatever she said about her father, she didn't say I died. She said he died. So if he okay with it, I felt like, hey, it is what it is. Does it show more character? Maybe something that should not have been highlighted by her. I think she's already said so, and she's apologized for that. That's not something that she was trying to project. But at the end of the day, that's what happened. So you're saying, Oprah, you would, go ahead, all hands on, get your gun and all that. If somebody did that to your dad, I explain how I would handle it, and we see
When I,
how bad it is. So, Bam, hold on, Oprah. Let me ask you this, Bam.
okay.
What is the aftermath now? How are you? I mean, are you accepted? Are people talking and dealing with you? The same people that were talking and dealing from you, before all this happened, or have you really seen like, big changes?
Um, I've seen changes, but I'm gonna say this that there's a main person that no matter what has stood by my side through whatever, and the people that I see now, that regardless of, and just because, I'm not saying that they have, just because they're cool with me, that it's okay. No, I'm not saying that, because they it's just like you, Miss Indy, like you, Okra, a few other people have actually given me a chance to, I don't want to say redeem myself, but pretty much, I guess, redeem myself. But the people that do still fuck with me, and the people that do still accept me regardless of the situation, are the ones that I really care about. And anybody else, I mean, I understand a lot of people got hurt, and I've apologized, and I mean, what more can I do? I can't do nothing but show that I'm not going to continue to do the same thing, and just show something different. Like, so I mean, I don't expect anybody, honestly, I don't expect anybody to be fucked up with me, because I understand what I did was wrong. And I understand that. And, I just, if the people who, like, don't say that you forgive me and that you're not hurt or you're not mad, you're more less hurt or whatever, and then turn around and try to talk shit on the situation. You see what I'm saying? So it's really like it's an iffy situation. Like this could also be something that there's no coming back from.
Right. Right. And I think I had this conversation with you. I told you, I said there are people, I mean, your relationship will just it will never be the same. You're just going to have to accept that, and you did. And everybody know, the first step of doing, of doing better is acknowledgement that either what you're doing is wrong or what you have done is wrong. Confess. Lord, confess. And do not ever, ever make that mistake again. Because there's really no need to. It should be nobody on this earth to make me say that my dad is dead and I know that he's alive and well. There's nothing anybody could do or say to me. I don't care. Listen, they can pop up at my house if they want to. It'll be the last time anybody saw him standing. You understand? So what I'm saying is, try not to, just do better. We all, and that statement is not just for you. That's for me. That's for Okra. That's for the chat. That's for the people who'll be watching this replay. We can all do better. It's so easy to highlight someone's fuck up, especially when this person, whether they put themselves in this position or not, you highlighted yourself. You've been highlit for years. Some things you did not do, and you have been vindicated. But it was so easy to say, oh, bam, 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 bam. I called you. I thought that you was that troll, that channel. What, oh, forgot you got? I asked you that, right? Did I not call
Right.
you? And you said, no, Miss Indy. So you said no, so it's no. What you did, it's none of my business. I do believe that you did do the right thing by coming out and, telling the truth eventually. It sounds like you do understand that these repercussions that you're facing can be, long-winded. And it sounds like I said, like you're willing to accept that. I certainly wish you all the best. You and I have had a slight minor issue, we were able to overcome that. No, you have never asked me directly for anything, ever. And I want to put that on the record. She has never asked me for a dime. So, but that does not mean, everybody else. Wait, because you're breaking up. Start over.
No, I ain't even gonna say it because it was I'm not
okay, yeah. Okay, so Oprah in chat, I'm looking at the chat now. If you guys had any questions,
yes, ma'am,
for any of us, myself, any questions for Oprah or Bam, I'm looking at the chat now. Oprah, while I'm watching the chat, do you have anything else you want to say?
I just want to thank you for providing a public open forum about this, for giving, and for all that you've done for Bam and for me. When I sit back and look at all of us, not just me, you and Bam, I feel like we're all pretty similar, but I think Bam and I have a lot of similarities.
Yes, Lord.
But and I know that we're both working on some things, but I just wish you guys would also work on some things as well. You know what I mean? That's all I want to say. Thank you, Bam, for being so candid and for recognizing what you consider to be a wrong. You know what I mean? Thank you. And thank you, Miss Indy,
Right.
for being her friend and for also being my friend. Thank you guys for listening in.
Bam,
Thank you. Oh, yes, ma'am.
would you like to say anything else, or does anybody have any questions for me? You know, I always end a live asking everybody business, and then as soon as I'm done, I'm like, dang, I didn't give anybody an opportunity to ask me anything. So my ears are open, and if you would like to make another statement, I'm listening to myself or
Um,
just in general.
I just want to tell you thank you, Miss Indy. Ever since, honestly, you have been a very big, and I tell MC this every day, you have really been a big stepping stone for me to move past this, like slowly but surely. Um, by allowing me to be a part of the round table for giving me a voice on different situations, and I appreciate you for that. Okra, you're a handful. I love you to death. Um, I thank you for all your support.
Love you too.
To the people, this is to the people, the community, to the ones I hurt, to the ones I didn't hurt, to the ones that don't give a damn about me, to the ones who do. Even if you don't like me, I don't like you, I still apologize to you. To the community for the wrongs that I did, I apologize for that. I was wrong. Y'all don't have to accept it. To the ones who do still support me and still stand by my side, salute to y'all. And that's about it.
I just want to make one final comment on what you were saying, how we even got to the round table. I really think it's, you know, we come from different backgrounds, from different walks of life. Bam, you're a little younger than myself and Okra, and she's in Virginia, you in Florida, I'm in California. So um, I think it's important to show that people can come together and have a discussion. Sometimes discussions are hard to have depending on the topic. Everybody is not going to agree. I did not feel the need to sit up here and beat or drag a dead horse regarding Bam and what she did. As I said, she didn't say I died. She said her daddy died. So if he forgives her, Indy, personally, I have nothing to say, darling, but do better and don't ever make that mistake again. You would want not to, honey.
Oh,
Okay?
and can I say
Sure.
one more thing real quick, Cindy? For the people that say I wished death on my dad, no, I didn't. I
Yes,
didn't
you
wish
did.
death on.
Wait, wait, wait,
No,
wait, wait.
no, no, we're not gonna do that because I don't care what you say or anybody else says. I did not wish
Perception
death.
is everything, Bam, though. I know you didn't intend, but when you put things out, love, and I'm not jumping down your throat, when you put things out into the atmosphere, is what I want you to understand. You don't have to say, I wish upon a shining star that my dad died. The fact that you said it, that's putting it out there. That is the same thing, darling. Not intent, but it is basically the same thing, Bam. Go ahead. I'll mute up. I'll shut up. Go ahead. I won't interrupt you again.
I agree with you. And to anybody else who feels any type of way, that's your feelings. But I don't. I'm not agreeing with that, and I'm not accepting that. So it
That's
is what it
fine.
is.
And like I said, it's really not me. You didn't say I died. You know, as long as your father, you know, whatever relationship you have with him, that's what matters. That's what you work on. The people that were true and real to you in your eyes, I don't know who those people are. Those are the people that you try to make it right with. If they're willing to come back and, you know, and give you one more, get another chance, that's a beautiful thing. But understand when people don't, I just want you to know the reason why. Even though you don't agree, that that's just like somebody used to say, kissing is just as close as effing. you know, as a teenager, if you kiss, what you doing kissing that boy? Kissing is just as close as effing. So what you did is in the same lane, and a lot of people are going to see it like that. And that's okay that you don't, but just understand. You don't have to agree. Try to understand just that little point, and you'll go far, honey. Trying to understand other people's thinking. You don't have to agree. I don't agree with every damn thing, but I understand a lot of people. Those are two separate things, and you're going to have to grasp that. You done? Or you have anything else to say?
I'm good. Thank you, Miss Indy, for having me.
You're
And thank you
welcome,
for
honey.
allowing me to be able, to be able to, say what I needed to say. And, so thank you. I do appreciate you for that. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You're so very welcome. And for the people that just came in, I stated at the beginning of the video, this roundtable talk, I had planned like weeks ago when the situation with Bambi Maria first happened, but she had did her own upload on it and expressed herself. So I didn't find a need to initially bring her to the table and discuss all of what's going on. So to the people who did email me, that's the reason. So on another note, if anybody in the chat would like to email me at independentbaygirl@gmail.com with more topics for our roundtable, maybe you would like to join us at the roundtable with the topic of your choice, please feel free to email me at independentbaygirl@gmail.com. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you, Bam, for coming up here, saying what you needed to say. Oprah Winfrey, my pleasure as usual. Thank everybody for coming.
Thank you, Miss Indy. Thank you.
You're welcome. See y'all.